Hi, my name is Drag Race Flanders and I make content on all things drag and drag race, and today you are joining me here on YouTube as we review Global All Stars episode 8. Yes, can you believe it? We are already 8 episodes into All Stars. It's incredible how fast this season is going by. Now let's start by recapping episode 7. Now on episode 7, it was the Snatch Game, and it was a really good Snatch Game. We had a winner of Kitty Scott Claus, bagged her second win. Can you believe it? She's now 2 wins in. She's tied with Queen Kong. And Vanity Vane and Garlavaro were up for elimination, and we saw Garlavaro be eliminated, and it came at the right time. This week, episode 8, we had no mini challenge. We just had a maxi challenge and a runway. And we are already 8 episodes in, and Nilania still has 0 wins, as she is the only person with no wins now. So this week we saw the girls take on a comedy roast. It's that time of the season already, and the girls are going to be doing the roast. Now, as Kitty won the Snatch Game, she got to do the order that they went in for the roast. So the order was Kitty Scott Claus, Vanity, Pythia and Alyssa, Nilania, Tessa and Queen Kong, and that's the order that they went in. So with the roast, Kitty Scott Claus was in her natural habitat. We had punch after punch after punch, and she was the perfect opener for the roast. After Kitty was Vanity Vane, and I was unsure. It is a roast. It was not a singing challenge. Why are you singing in a roast? Gonna leave that one there. Pythia, her jokes just were not landing, and she just had crickets. Alyssa Edwards, now Alyssa's done the roast once before. Her jokes were good, but the jokes were not, they were funny, they weren't the best, but they weren't the worst. This week, I think she would be safe again. Nilania, now Nilania was actually really funny, and we did not expect this from Nilania whatsoever. Her jokes were hitting good, and they were really good, and I did not expect that from Nelly. Tessa T, now Tessa, her jokes were okay. Not all of them hit, and you could tell by a certain point she was definitely overthinking it, and it didn't really go too well. I do see her being in the bottom this week. If she gets placed, I think she'll be in the bottom. To close the roast, we had Queen Kong. It was the perfect way to close the roast. She had hit after hit after hit. She was in a natural habitat. She was really good right the way through. Special guest this week was Graham Norton. If you don't know, Graham Norton is a judge on the UK series and on UK versus the World, so he judges on that platform, and he alternates with Alan Carr. Now this week the runway theme was Blow Me Away, Blow in the Wind, anything that will float about when the wind takes control of it. So starting off with Queen Kong. Queen Kong came out in a stunning gold look. This was my favourite look of the week. She is serving Beyonce, and I am loving the hair and the gold, and she just looks stunning in this look. Alyssa Edwards, I was unsure on this look. I loved the blue. I loved the hair. Other than that, it was a no. I wasn't too sure. But if she gets placed anywhere, I reckon she'll be safe this week. Tessa T. This is probably my least favourite look of the week. It just looked cheap and it just looked tacky. I wasn't too much of a fan on it at all. I didn't like the hair and I didn't like the jumpsuit. Vanity Vane. Now, it was not a good look from Vanity. It was a bit of a mess and I was confused with this look. However, in her confessionals, she did say that the look that she originally wanted to wear got destroyed, so she had to make this one last minute, either in the workroom or in her hotel room. With that in mind, yes, it's not a good look, but she did what she could do with the materials in the workroom, and yes, it's not great and it is going to land her in the bottom, but we've seen her in the bottom a lot now. As much as it is her time to go, it would be a shame to see her go in this when we didn't get to see what her original runway look would have been. And I think if we saw her original runway look, she could have been safe and could have avoided being in the bottom. Kitty Scott Claus. I loved this look. I love the colour of the hair and I love the peach colour of the material. And I really do think this is a good look for Kitty. And Nilania. Now with Nilania, I really do like the red and I like the red hair. And this was a good look for her. Like, she looked good. And after last week, you know, the standards for her is quite high now with that look that she bought last week, that she's looking really, really good every single week. Pythia is serving goddess in this week's look. She is serving GODDESS. In the words of Sasha Colby, that bitch is a goddess. She is looking stunning. I love the hair, I love the dress, I love the makeup. I love it. And I reckon even though she was really bad in the roast, I reckon she could be safe. And I'm hoping that she's going to be safe. Now this week we had a double win. The winners were Kitty Scott Claus and Queen Kong, and they were the double win, and they split the prize of $10,000. And this is their third win for both of them. So Kitty has 3 wins and Queen Kong also has 3 wins, and this puts them at the front runners of the competition and the 2 that I see making the final. This week the bottom 2 were Vanity Vane and Pythia, and their song was I Drove All Night by Celine Dion. And we saw Pythia be eliminated. I think Pythia should have been safe, and I think Tessa T should have been in the bottom. And even though Pythia was in the bottom against Vanity Vane, we did not see much of Pythia's lip sync. They were showing more of Vanity. So if we saw more of Pythia, I reckon she could have been safe. I'm not sure, I don't know. But next week we have a makeover challenge / family resemblance challenge, and they will be making over the queens that have previously been eliminated. So we'll see the full cast, or pretty much the full cast, back together. Stunning. I can't wait. And if you like the type of content I post, you can follow me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok and Instagram. And you can see me post an episode of Global All Stars, the review, on a Tuesday for however long Global All Stars goes on for. And starting now, or there might already be a video up, I don't know when, but you can now catch me on a Sunday showing you the review of UK Series 6. Yes, UK Series 6 has officially started and I'm really, really excited. So I will see you on Sunday and on Tuesday here, same time, same place, for either Global All Stars, the review, episode 9, and UK Series 6, episode 1, the review. Same time, same place. I'll see you next week. Bye.